This is the Tesla Model 3, but you already know that because it's one of, if not the most important cars of the 21st century. Like so many great inventions, it combines two already brilliant things. The iPhone combined the phone with the computer, the SodaStream combines water with sparkles, and the light bulb combines light with bulbs. The Tesla Model 3 combines two more philosophical, almost diametrically opposed things, tradition and innovation, and that is its genius. In 2016, while BMW were getting ready for the second iteration of the i3, an admittedly cool car, but one that looks as though a child was asked to draw a bubble with wheels, Tesla were getting ready to mass sell the Model 3, a car that looks as recognisable, as comforting and as dependable as Morgan Freeman. Anyone who had ever bought a BMW 3 Series, any Audi Saloon or even a VW Golf could see something of the most popular cars in the world in the design of the Tesla Model 3. And you could level an accusation at Tesla that this was a boring choice, that it's cowardly design, and that a car as innovative as this one should have innovative design. That is in fact an accusation that has been levelled by my good friend Jack at Tesla on this very channel. But those people, they're wrong. And here's why. The first people to buy new technologies are early adopters. You might be one of them yourselves. But when you run out of early adopters, well, you need the general public. And if you want to sell loads and loads of cars, then you need the general public to love you. And that's the aim of most car companies. The general public, well, they're always a little scared of change. And you can see that every time that Instagram release a new interface or any food and drink company changes their recipe.
It's not the same!
So a car that's both recognisable and traditional on the outside, but with a radical minimalism on the inside and a laser-like focus on user experience, that sends a gentle little message to the potential buyer. And that message is that going into a new technology like electric isn't a leap of faith, but it's innovative enough that you feel like you can boast to all of your mates. And let's face it, that is exactly what Tesla fans do. Don't even deny it. This feeling of recognisability creates consumer confidence that puts people at ease. But the Model 3 does have its own little unique design features that scream, "Get out of my way, you fossil fuel burning peasants." I'm not a designer, so I don't actually know how hard it is to create something that is both recognisable and striking and exciting, but I'd bet it's pretty hard. In fact, let me just quickly ask my colleague Will, who is a designer.
Will, how easy do you think it is to make something that's both recognisable but also striking? What?
Great insight, Will, thank you. Enough about design, let's talk about driving. Driving is supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be tactile, but in the past 20 or so years, there's been a dramatic movement in the automotive industry towards wafty, comfortable cars that make life easy for the driver, i.e. they're f***ing boring to drive. And that is totally fair. Most people don't try to thread their car through the racing line on a B road because most people are more grown up and less of a giant ginger man-child than I am. But I just think we've lost our way when it comes to cars. We've gotten way too sensible, and I think that's a huge shame for the next generation of young people who seem to be less and less interested in driving. And this is why I love the Tesla Model 3. What Elon Musk and co have done is to re-engage an entire generation of people with driving. They're the first brand to successfully design a car that feels like a hybrid between a car and an iPhone. It feels more like a piece of tech, and that's incredibly important to a generation of people who grew up in a sanitized digital world with touchscreens and high-speed Wi-Fi and freely available porn. Don't pretend you don't watch it. Tesla could have very easily built a car with a driving experience that was middle of the road, but they didn't. They built something responsive, it's playful, it's a little bit ridiculous. Woo! Even the entry-level model does 0 to 60 in 5.3 seconds. That's faster than some highly tuned hot hatches that I've definitely never owned.
Liar!
The fact that the Model 3's ride is lower than a Shorty in a Flow Rider song, and it weighs more than an entire professional rugby team means that at higher speeds, you feel the road way more than you do in most posh modern cars. At lower speeds, it's comfortable, it's silent, it's relaxing. Yeah, the steering is a little bit weird in comparison to most cars. It kind of feels like a sim rig with no haptic feedback. But it does make a very heavy car feel very light, and you could literally never complain that the steering is arduous or difficult. On most cars with light steering, you're higher up, the car's bigger, it lurches and it leans and you don't feel like you're in control. But the steering on the Model 3 never feels unresponsive. It never feels like you're out of control, and it's really difficult to get this car out of shape unless you really, really want to. But look, let me just stop myself there, because none of this stuff about responsiveness and performance is as important as I want it to be. It's not the reason that everyone from your boss to your best mate wants a Tesla Model 3. The reason is that it's f***ing cool and it's fairly affordable, and people want to be part of the Tesla fan club because it says so much more about you than most other cars could. I'm sorry, I really do have to stop though, because I've never considered myself a Tesla fanboy, and the more and more I talk in this video, the more and more that I've realized something.
Hi, my name's Richard and I'm a Tesla fanboy.
That's okay, Richard. We're all friends here, so why don't you tell us how it happened?
Well, I started off like most people. I followed a couple of Tesla owners on Instagram, and then I started seeking out YouTube videos on the Model 3. And then I just had to drive one. And after that, I had to drive one again and again. And now I've come full circle and I've started making YouTube content about the Model 3.
Oh my God. No, guys, come on. That's not cool. It's not a crime. Richard, it's okay. It's okay to go out there and tell the world that the Model 3 is the most important invention of the 21st century.
So as I was saying, the Tesla Model 3 is a thing of beauty, and its popularity signaled to the rest of the car industry that it's time polluting this planet with ICE cars. That time is up. People want electric cars now. They want exciting new technology because of Tesla. And you only have to see the delayed reaction from the rest of the car industry to the Tesla Model 3 with the number of electric cars that are coming out this year and next year. I do honestly believe that we'll look back on this car at the end of this century in the way we looked at the Ford Model T at the end of the last century. Now, I don't know what other inventions there will be throughout the 21st century. If I did, I'd be very rich. But I do know that the Model 3 will be considered one of the most important products of this century. It's up there with the iPhone, it's up there with 3D printing, it's up there with YouTube. The automotive industry is one of the biggest industries on the planet, and this little car has changed that industry forever. Elon Musk says he measures the success of Tesla based on how fast it's accelerated the adoption of electric vehicles. And I think, by that measure, this car's impact is astonishing. Not only is it the most popular electric car, but it forced almost every other car company to bring their electric car programs forward by a decade. And it's not just about impact, it's a damn good product. The Model 3 can do it all. It's a company car, it's a family car, it's a young person's car, and it's a retired person's car. It's a city runaround, and it's a long distance road trip machine. And it makes fart noises.
What the hell was that?
The Tesla Model 3 gave automotive its sense of humour back, and for that, I will forever be in love with this car. Thank you so much for watching this video. I still can't believe that our channel is growing every day, and I get to make content about electrification and sustainability with some of my best mates. For that, please like and subscribe, because it means that I can keep on doing this, and I have the best job in the world, and we have the best audience in the world. So thank you so much for watching. I'm really keen to hear, if you're a Tesla owner, or maybe you bought another electric car, what you think of this video, what you think of what I've been saying. I always love going through your comments, so please drop a comment and let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.